This is the first video that I've ever made. I want to document my progress, this fingers crossed progress, over the next year. I'm going to make some days it'll be short, some days it'll only be a minute, some days it'll probably be a ramble for 20 minutes. I don't know how this is going to pan out. My life is a disaster. I've mainly due to my own making. So some things have been out of my control, genuinely out of my control. But 99% of the things have all been my fault. And I've catastrophically fucked up my life several times. I mean, multiple times. Hang on a minute. Okay, I thought he was going to reverse right the fuck up front to me. Anyway, so I'm sorry about that. I have decided recently, I've come to realise that every single thing that I've been putting in my body, whether that's, I'm not just talking alcohol and cigarettes, I have been poisoning my brain. I haven't been protecting my brain at all. There's creators that I listen to. I've cut back on the news. I don't really listen to the news that much, and haven't done for years. But a couple of things have crept in on that front. The music that I listen to is violent. On the whole, I mean, not all of it, but a big proportion of it is violent. Or implied violent. Do you know what I mean? Like rap music or whatever. So, it's just everything, every which way. Then obviously there's alcohol and cigarettes, and everything that comes with that. You just get sucked into your like base instincts. You get angry. You wanna fuck and fight and it's very destructive, very destructive. And I've realised, I'll be completely honest with you. I'm on day 4 of no alcohol, day 4 of no cigarettes, and I've done this a million times before. I mean, I've been it before, but what I feel has changed is because it's only been one day. Bear in mind, it's been 24 hours where I haven't been listening to my crap. I haven't meditated for years. I used to meditate religiously, an hour a day. I would respond to situations very differently. Anyway, so I don't think you can just remove one element. Say for example, me, alcohol's a nightmare. Alcohol's what gets me arrested. Alcohol's what lands me in jail. Alcohol's I've ruined relationships. I have got myself seriously hurt. I've hurt people. I've I've lost my license. I've done all the main mishaps that's happened in my life are, yes, because of alcohol. But I don't think removing alcohol, because I've removed alcohol for extended periods of time before in my life, and I've still fundamentally been more than unhappy. I don't really care about being happy as such. I don't think that's what I'm supposed. I don't particularly want to be happy. I want to achieve goals, have purpose, be useful, and be proud of myself. I know that I'm capable. When I'm on it, I'm on it. I'm formidable, actually. I'll get anything done. And I am the absolute opposite of that when I've been drinking, or when I allow it into my life at all. So I don't think, back to my last point that I didn't quite flush out. I think that you can't just remove alcohol. Yes, it's the biggest and easiest one to point to for my mishaps. But I believe that it's you need to. And this is not me lecturing, by the way. This is an experiment. I want to see how much I change if I just read books, not depressing things like I have read, but even so, I quite like them. I don't think there's anything wrong in reading some old literature that's got some dark elements to it. But I'm going to educate. I'm just going to protect my brain at all costs, like my life depends on it. For the first time in my life, that's what I'm going to do. If I want to change the results, I need to change the input. I need to, and that is the bottom line. It's going to be difficult. I listen to a lot of just pointless stuff that I find entertaining on YouTube. Like, for example, what's going on with boxing or football. It's which in itself, the material in itself isn't bad, but it's how it's presented. You know, it's negative. There's lots of rage, but you know, it's and that isn't all I watch. You know, I do like watching educational things. I do like learning stuff. But even if I wake up in the morning, just randomly at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'll reach for my phone, I'll put something on so there's some fucking background noise. You know, my mind, just in 24 hours, is much, much quieter. I'm not going to put that down to one thing, but I think I've almost but removed YouTube from my life yesterday. I did listen to the football, England, Panama game. I fell asleep and went, you know, I made sure that it didn't just run over onto the next thing. I turned, what's it called, autoplay, to make sure it was off. So, you know, I got hammered for 2 hours or whatever when I was asleep, and then it stopped. But I have decided to protect my brain. Everything that I feed my brain, it has to be positive. Has to be everything. Like I said, alcohol is gone. I'm removing the alcohol, but that's not enough. I think it needs to be a holistic approach. Everything needs to go. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. I'm going to need to guard it. My brain. Like yesterday, I went for a drive yesterday. I left my phone at home, and I didn't listen to the radio. I'm going to have to find some middle ground because it's a bit much. I mean, what am I going to do? What am I going to fill my time with? But I've been reading a book called Driving License for Life. So it's like you read like a few pages, and then you stop for the day and you mull over it. You take notes, you think about it, and it takes 49 days. So I think that's quite a good thing to do. At the same time, I'm reading a book called something about culture. Shit. The Culture Code. How people respond in groups, effectively or otherwise, and how the really top performing groups, how they compare. You know, and it's all about belonging and feeling safe, really, which is fascinating. I suppose it makes sense. It's not so much motivation at all, really. It's not like someone's giving motivational speeches. It's feeling like you're part of a cohesive unit, like a family. There's a picture of a bee on the front, which fits excellently. But anyway, that's going to do for now. This is my first, I'm sat in the van. I'm going to go for a walk. I'm not going to listen to any shit today. I'll make another video tomorrow. But today I've realised that, over the last 24 hours I've realised that you can't just clean out one thing that's causing you problems. I believe that you need to really go over think about everything that you're doing in your life and change it. I think it has to be all or nothing, which is what I'm like anyway. And then when I fuck one thing up, everything else goes downhill. Well, I've ruined it. I just chucked the baby out of the bathwater, which I really need to work on. But I need to change everything. I'm in danger of rambling. It's my first ever video. It feels weird, but I think it went okay. I'll make another one tomorrow.